Joshua Duhamel makes a bold creative leap with his first feature as a director. Joshua Duhamel, known widely for his work as an actor, has embarked on a striking new chapter in his creative career by stepping behind the camera to direct his first feature film. In this project he not only directs but also stars, bringing to life a project that blends nuanced comedic sensibilities with a heartfelt exploration of modern parenting. The film, titled Preschool, uses satire and laughter to examine the sometimes absurd lengths to which parents go in pursuit of giving their children every opportunity in life. At its core, Preschool is a story about family, competition, and the unexpected chaos that can unfold when people are pushed to their limits. It centers on two fathers who become embroiled in a fierce and wildly escalating rivalry as they both vie to secure the final available spot for their child at an ultra-exclusive preschool in London. What begins as a seemingly simple application process spirals into a chain of escalating one-upmanship, outrageous antics, and surprising consequences that call into question not just what these parents will do for their children, but what it truly means to be a parent in today's world. A personal take on universal challenges. Duhamel has spoken candidly about how his own experiences navigating preschool admissions for his children informed his work on this film. He and his family have personally faced many of the confusing, competitive, and at times downright absurd moments that come with trying to secure early education opportunities, experiences that, when recast through the lens of satire, become a humorous yet insightful commentary on modern parental anxieties. In conversations about the project, Duhamel has described the preschool admission process as hilarious and at times insane, noting that once he began to examine it more closely, he realized just how relatable the underlying experience is for so many families. Parents often find themselves navigating a maze of expectations, deadlines, social pressures, and unwritten rules, all while trying to make the best possible choices for their children's futures. By placing such universal concerns into the heightened frame of broad comedy, Duhamel hopes to highlight not just the absurdity, but also the humanity inherent in these situations. The setting, London as a character. Although Preschool was originally conceived with a Californian backdrop, relocating the story to London enriched its tone and texture in ways the filmmaker found both creatively inspiring and narratively fruitful. The change of setting allowed the story to unfold against a backdrop of old-world tradition and institutional history, something director Duhamel felt added depth to the characters' journeys and provided a richer comedic palette. This transposition from the west coast of the United States to the cosmopolitan, historically layered city of London gives the narrative a fresh dynamic. Rather than focusing solely on the surf and sun culture many might associate with Southern California, the London setting opens up additional possibilities for visual contrast. Centuries-old architecture, rigid cultural hierarchies, and the enduring allure of prestige, all of which add complexity and additional comedic fuel to the story's central competition. This setting shift also afforded the filmmakers access to an outstanding pool of British talent, both in front of and behind the camera. With the creative team being based in London during production, the film was able to tap into a deep reservoir of performers whose comedic instincts and dramatic capabilities enriched the movie's tone. The cast that anchors the comedy. Standing shoulder to shoulder with Duhamel in Preschool is British actor Michael Sosha, who plays the other father competing for the prized preschool spot. Sosha's grounded, charismatic performance provides a perfect counterbalance to Duhamel's more broad physical comedy, together generating a dynamic that fuels much of the film's humor and emotional weight. Supporting performances come from a strong ensemble that includes Antonia Thomas, Charity Wakefield, Fenella Woolgar, and James Cosmo. Each of these actors brings their own voice to the story, enriching the film with a tapestry of perspectives on parenting, ambition, community, and self-interest. Thomas, Wakefield, and Woolgar in particular, use their nuanced comedic timing to bolster the satirical edge of the screenplay, while Cosmo's presence adds an unexpected layer of gravitas that contrasts beautifully with the escalating ridiculousness of the narrative. Writing and collaboration. The screenplay for Preschool was penned by Richard DeVideo, based on a story developed in collaboration with his wife, Nicole DeVideo. Their script deftly balances laugh-out-loud moments with underlying themes that explore what it means to be a dedicated parent, how far people will go to provide for those they love, and the complex social rituals that supply both stress and meaning to family life. The DeVideo story and screenplay provide a rich narrative landscape that allowed Duhamel, in his dual role as director and lead actor, to shape an entire world that feels both exaggerated and deeply familiar. Through playful set pieces, character-driven conflicts, and clever dialogue, The film navigates the complicated terrain of parental aspiration, identity, and community expectations with a lightness of touch that never undercuts the sincerity beneath the comedy. The challenges of directing and acting. For Duhamel, balancing the responsibilities of directing while also performing as the film's star presented a unique set of challenges. As director, he needed to maintain a clear vision for every aspect of the movie, from blocking and pacing to visual style, wardrobe, and cinematography. But as an actor, he also had to be present in the moment, fully inhabiting his character and responding authentically to the emotional beats of each scene. This duality required Duhamel to rely heavily on the strengths of his production team and cast, building trust with his collaborators and ensuring that each scene was carefully prepared. By leaning on that collective expertise, he was able to maintain a degree of separation when necessary, stepping back to direct an ensemble, or stepping forward to engage fully in the rhythm and flow of acting. This balancing act, while demanding, also allowed him to guide every facet of the film with a singular creative purpose. Despite these challenges, Duhamel has said that one of the most rewarding aspects of directing is having the opportunity to shape the entire world of the film, from visual style to narrative tone, and work with his director of photography, costume designers, production designers, and editors to bring what was once only in his imagination to life. What makes Preschool compelling beyond its comedic premise is its exploration of universal themes that touch on fear, ambition, hope, and love. The competitive scramble for the last preschool spot in the movie becomes a metaphor for the broader ways in which people strive to give their children the best possible start in life. It captures the joy and terror of parenting, the uncontrollable mix of pride and insecurity that comes with raising children, and the ways in which people project hopes and dreams onto their offspring. At its heart, the film suggests that while the lengths to which parents go for their children can sometimes seem irrational or overblown, they come from a place of deep love and devotion. Through laughter and heightened circumstances, Preschool showcases how often parents find themselves in situations they never imagined, learning as they go and discovering that the journey of parenthood, with all its trials and triumphs, is unpredictable, humbling, and often hilarious. What audiences can expect. Audiences who see Preschool can expect a film that is both clever and sentimental, a project that invites viewers to laugh at the chaos of modern life while also recognizing themselves in the struggle to do right by those they care about. It's a comedy that understands its characters deeply, even as it delights in placing them in absurd and over-the-top situations. With its mix of sharp humor, relatable emotional stakes, and strong ensemble performances, Preschool aims to resonate with anyone who has ever worried about fitting in, keeping up, or making the best choice for their family, which in today's world is virtually everyone.